Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T82 HMC. It's a Tier 4 American SPG, and we're located on the southwest spawn of highway under the command of MCHammereD, and you can see that hurricane in the background. It's a real twister. Now, this is based on the chassis, or rather the hull, of the M5 Stuart. As you can see, it's got the same bogey arrangement, and it's got a 105mm gun mounted on top. It never got put into production, but it was a proposal. Now, the 105mm is, well, it's quite good. It's quite accurate, but you need to get a good crew in order to make it effective. Oh, knocks the tree down. Does happen. And another one. Now, it hasn't quite got the power of the 155mm guns that you find. You can see he's knocking down a lot of trees, I think, to confuse the enemy as to which one he's actually sitting behind. And he's now looking towards the enemy. It hasn't quite got the power of the 155mm howitzers you find on the M41, but it is one of the routes you can take in order to get to that Arty. Okay, Panzer 38NA. This is a tier 5 game, by the way. He's tier 4 Arty, so he can earn quite a bit of XP. Dialing in, rounds out on the Panzer 38. Oh my god, he wiped him out with one shot. 282 hit points. He must have taken some damage beforehand, but that was a beautifully aimed shot. Shows that the skill of the crew. If you can do that and you dial it in perfectly, yes, you get good hits. Nice solid hit, 134 hit points on the Largo. Now, the gun, 105mm, it can do 410 alpha if it hits and penetrates, but it can only penetrate 27mm of armor. But remember, this is tier 4, so it's going to be up against some tanks who have very low armor on the top of their vehicles. So you could get a penetration even at 27mm, going for an M4. It lands alongside him and splashes him for 19. It may have tracked him. It looks like it's tracked him. He's almost ready to shoot. Round out. He's gone invisible, but oh, he hit him! Definite hit, because there was no explosion. Okay, we've decided not to continue firing at the M4 because he's probably moved by now. I'm going to try and get a shot on that. Looks, it's a tracking shot because he's moving. Light tanks are very, very difficult to hit. But there's a lot of people practicing their light tank fire now with the wheeled vehicles in the game. You do need to get some practice. Okay, that Largo's hiding behind the building. He knows he's safe there. But unfortunately, our M5A1 Stuart took a hit. In fact, yeah, the one that took the hits. And the M4 goes down with only 15 hit points. So it looks like MCHammereD must have taken all the other hit points when he hit him with those shots. That direct hit must have been a penetrating shot and did quite a bit. But that M5 Stuart, he's facing off against the Largo, a Lux and a Skoda, and he's being killed. We fired the round in at the Lux just after he was wiped out. Now the reload's pretty quick. It's about 12 seconds if I recall. No, it's actually 10. Well, on this crew it's 10. Well, MCHammereD's not being very complimentary about his team at the moment. We're 2 tanks down on the enemy, and unfortunately the nearest tank we've got is an AMX-40, the Duck, and he's sitting up on top of the hill near that billboard, so we can't see what the Largo and the Skoda T24 are doing. Oh, he's moving. He's going towards the town. That Largo's going to poke out and take a shot. That gives him a warning. Don't poke round this corner. You'll get hit. And that marks the ground to tell his team that he's looking in that direction. And the Largo, you see, took the hint and he's gone the other corner, and it didn't work out well for him. The Hetzer had the dirt gun and immediately wiped him out. So the scores are now even. There's still a Skoda T24 down there, probably hiding behind one of the buildings, and that's why we can't see him. He's waiting for one of them to move into range. The AMX40 is going down to have a look. Here he comes. He knows what he's doing. Now the AMX40 does have a nice rounded hull, but when that hull gets hit by a round in the right place, it can be rather nasty. He's only a light tank and he's up against a medium. Yeah, he's going to be behind that far building. Yes, there he is. He's been proxy spotted. And we're putting our aim at the other end, just in case he pokes out. He's taken a round from the AMX40. Unfortunately, he did get the return shot, and the AMX40 is now done. His Peking duck is now fried. Well, that just hit the side of the building. Now, scores are fairly even. There's only one tank in it, but the enemy seem to have done well in the town, and we're changing angles. The Hetz has got that side covered. If that Skoda pops out, he could get derped by the Hetzer immediately, and the Hetz is a good player. What we're going to be doing now is trying to spot the enemy as they come from the city towards us. We're just hiding behind this town, this bunch of trees, looking towards the town. .97 seconds is the reload time for this one. The 105mm howitzer, the M4. Oh, there's our first customer, KV1. Line up the shot, work out where he's going to go. Round out. Nice hit! 120. He's turned to face us. Did he see us? I don't know. Almost ready to shoot. Round out. Another hit. Oh, and he's gone down. So we pick up some damage assist there. Now there's three, maybe two mediums in the city. We know for certain there's one. There's an AMX40 in the enemy in the city as well. I'd be very tempted at this moment to use the speed of this little Arty and try and get across to the enemy cap area. I've actually used the T82 once to shotgun the enemy Artys that I found in the enemy area, then started capping whilst the enemy team was in my area, and then even took out and killed the enemy tanks that were capping in their cap while I was capping at the other end. It's not a bad move. It sometimes surprises the enemy when an Arty, a self-propelled gun, propels himself into their territory, shotguns their Arty on point blank range, and then takes their cap. Well, oh, there's a target, and yeah, he's getting close. I wonder how he managed to get so close without being seen. Okay, he's sitting down in the river at the moment, just like a duck would. Oh, lovely shot! 72 hit points. Good shot. And we've lost the T95, or Type 95 I should say. Sturmpanzer 2 got him. The Sturmpanzer 2 hasn't got a very long range, so that means their enemy Arty has to be fairly close to this cap. He must have moved from his base to somewhere on the E line, or maybe in the woods near the city, because the Sturmpanzer can't fire that far. And somebody must be spotting. Well, of course, it's the AMX40 who spotted that Type 95. And we've lost sight of him now that they've pulled back from the hill. And that looks to be a Sturmpanzer blind shot. They've only got the one Arty, the Sturmpanzer 2. Well, we're waiting for that AMX40 to make an appearance. And in fact, actually, it's not the AMX40, it's Matilda. He's been badly hit. We're dialing in. Precise shot. Lovely shot. 110 hit points. Badly damages the Matilda. But were we seen by the AMX40? That's a possibility. We're reloading. We're dialing in on the AMX40. Go for a kill shot. Yes! 87 hit points. And we've got our second kill. And that, oh well, now we've got another one. It's the Skoda T24. He must have gone around to avoid coming up where the Hetzer was. Lining up a shot. No, that one's just too far in front of him as he backed away. But we know where he is. And now lining up another shot on him. Oh, another kill shot! 82 hit points. Panzer 4H doesn't get a look in there. But remember, there's still an enemy Arty somewhere nearby, and now we're ahead by one tank. Now's the time to go capture the enemy cap. And this is where the speed of the T82 HMC really comes into its own, because you can motor across the battlefield just like a light tank can. And there's the T26. Is it T28? T28. Ah, right. Now, this is a different matter. Oh, but he's just been derped by the Hetzer. And there's their M3 Lee. They've only got two tanks left now. The M3 Lee and their Sturmpanzer 2. Round out on the M3. Got a direct hit, but we've lost the Hetzer. M3 Lee got him. Now, is he still there? Round out? No, he's gone. We've got nobody spotting except the Panzer 4H now. Our M3 Lee is still sitting in the cap area. He should have driven over to the other side of the map now to find the Sturmpanzer and or get to the cap and start capping. I think he's headed that way. I just hope he realizes that that's what he needs to do right now. There's only 2 minutes 38 seconds left, and here comes the M3 Lee. He's behind that building, so he's in the cover from them, but he has been spotted. Dialing in. Oh, kill shot! 186 hit points. Now, time to get to the enemy camp as quickly as we can. We don't know where the Sturmpanzer 2 is. It's going to take time and difficulty to find him, because he'll probably want to hide by now. But the best thing we can do is drive straight to the enemy cap and start capping straight away to win this game. We've only got a short time left. We need at least 2 tanks in the cap. 1 minute 40 seconds. That's a 2-minute warning. It's going to take 1 minute 40. 100 seconds to cap out. M3D's coming with us. Normally, I think the T82, when I've been driving this thing, it goes a lot faster than this. At least it feels like it does. It's a nippy little thing. Remember, it's actually lost the turret and the other gun that it used to have, and now it's just gained this 105mm gun and, of course, the all the ammunition that goes with it. That's what slows it down a little. Surprising they didn't really put this into production, because they did put the Priest into production, and the Priest, of course, was based on the M3 Lee chassis. This thing, well, they had enough of the Stuarts, so they could have converted it, but well, they didn't. Okay, well, the Sturmpanzer is back at our cap. He must have been close. He started capping, and he's not going to be able to cap out in time, so it's a complete waste of his time. All he's going to do is collect cap points. We can fire back, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to reach the cap, even when we're sitting right at the edge. We haven't got the range. Can we cap out in time? No, we can't, unfortunately. There's not enough time. We need the Panzer 4H to get in the cap, but They took too long to get to the enemy cap, and they just can't cap out in time. It's a, was it a 3 second, 4 second delay? Yeah, it's a 4 second delay. So the game's going to end before we've capped out. It's going to be a draw. Unfortunately, the Panzer IV-H, if he'd come with us and gone into the cap, it would have been a win for certain. But by wandering off, he's made it a draw. That's it. End the game. Out of time. Now, if they'd gone to the cap when I suggested they did earlier, I think they would have got this one. And it's an ace tanker for MCHammereD in the T82 HMC. He picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. But he also picked up an epic medal, the high caliber, for dealing the most damage in that battle overall. But sadly, it was a draw because they just didn't get to the cap in time, and they didn't all go to the cap. That Panzer IV-H let them down badly. He really should have gone to the cap. He didn't. He started going hunting, and you just don't want to do that. It just goes to show as well that the Sturmpanzer was fairly close to the cap at the time, because he started capping after we were halfway across the map, or 2/3 of the way across the map. So considering how slow that vehicle is to climb that hill and get to the cap in time, well, yeah, he must have been very, very close. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go, 1,428 hit points of damage. He definitely got the highest caliber in that one. Skoda T24 got 1,069. When it came to kills, it was the Jagdpanzer Hetzer 38T. He managed to get 6 kills. Then came MCHammereD with 4. Then the Skoda T24 with 3. And when it came to base XP, it was MCHammereD 462. The Hetzer managed to get 402. And then we've got the next high score was Skoda T24 with 346. So let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 21 rounds of ammunition during that game. Got 11 direct hits, 1 penetration. That shows very good accuracy with that gun. 12 splash damage. Damage of 1,428 hit points, of which 1,079 were up more than 300 meters. Obviously, when he hit the Matilda and the T24, they were very close to the cap at the time. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 207 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 24,450 credits. He got the Achievements Award for 3,960 credits because he got the Epic Medal, the high caliber, and that brought his total to 28,410. And after ammunition resupply, and this ammo is cheap, he actually picked off, or took away, 24,924 credits altogether. He received 693 XP, 448 for the Achievements Award again, took away 1,142 experience points altogether. So he's aced his T82 HMC, and he's got that one in the bag. Obviously, it's a lovely little tank, lovely little Arty. A lot of people don't like it because they find it very difficult to get accurate shots with this gun, but obviously MCHammereD has mastered it now, so he does know how to do it. You just have to make sure you've dialed in perfectly. The shot will go where you want it to, RNG permitting, and then of course you'll get nice hits on the enemy. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.